I came to know he's studying in ninth A, and he's doing very good. And this exam he got first position in Vallamal International School. Now I came to know you are giving lecture. I don't know what about it is. So, but till now he's very happy there, ma'am.
So we'll just start the program so you'll get to know what this program is about.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So this is helpful for parents to understand about the future of kids. Is it related like this?
Yes, it's about career choices, sir.
Okay. But career choice, it has to be decided by the student. Hardik M left. Subhash EG for left.
Can I begin, ma'am?
Yes, Ashwati, please.
A warm welcome and very good morning to one and all present here. At the outset, I would like to thank our Honorable Chairman, Sir, Shri M.V. Muthuramalingam, our respected Director, Sir, Shri M.V.M. Sasikumar, our cherished Director Academics, Ma'am, Srimati Geetanjali Sasikumar, for always providing us the best out of the best opportunities. With this note, I would like to start to welcome our revered chief guest, Srimati Nitya Shriram, a renowned educational psychologist, career coach, mentor, inclusion expert, pedagogy developer, trainer, motivational speaker. It gives me immense pleasure to speak about you and your accomplishments towards the society in front of my school. Nitya ma'am has a 10+ year experience with counseling, coaching, and mentoring 3,000+ students, graduates, and working professionals. Ma'am is predominantly working in the field of education and career counseling. She's a trained psychotherapist and certified in REBT from Albert Ellis University, New York. And ma'am is actively involved in group and individual counseling sessions. As a trained and certified psychometric assessor, ma'am is skilled in using various assessment tools. Our chief guest has been a volunteer counselor during the pandemic. Ma'am is also running a small support group for families who are affected. She's a passionate teacher and pedagogy expert who has helped design, review, refine curriculum and teaching methodologies. She has been facilitated with Career Change Maker 2021 and Women Achiever Award. I take immense pleasure in welcoming you to this counseling session, ma'am. I feel delighted in welcoming our respected principal, ma'am, teaching staff, beloved parents, and our dear friends. Indeed, it's an honor to welcome you all to this grand occasion. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashwati. So, without much ado, let's get into the session. This session is going to be about career choices and why it is important to have a career counseling session, or what is the importance of career counseling. Few years back, nobody would have thought that career counseling or even a counselor for somebody who to mentor your career choices was important. We finished 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, either BE on this side or MBBS. If both doesn't work out, always there is the BSc or BCom pathway. But in the last few years, there has been a tremendous change in the number of jobs and opportunities, and especially during COVID, we saw what sustainability to a career can do and unsustainability to a career can do. Family, mental health, as well as to the economy of the world at large. Okay, I'm going to throw within the short span of time. It is exactly like 10 right now, and I will take around half an hour to 40 minutes to talk about why career counseling, how you should go about it, and what are the do's and don'ts. So students, if you are there as part of this webinar along with your parents, I suggest you grab a paper and pencil, because there will be certain techniques and tips which I am going to be sharing with you, which you can use on your own to think about or introspect on what is it you want to do as and when you start planning your career. There are people who plan it well ahead, but ideally a career counseling or a career introspection should start by grade 9, which is exactly around the time that you kind of have a very concrete idea about what kind of subjects you like, what subjects you don't like. Whether you are a humanities kind of person, you're a science kind of person, or you are a commerce kind of person, and whether in science, whether you want to be research oriented or do you want to be in product development areas, where is it that you are heading? So ninth would be an ideal age to start. Grade 9 would be an ideal grade to start for your career planning. Nevertheless, it's not too late. If you're in grade 12, do not despair. It doesn't mean that you have lost time or there is no options. There are still options. But yes, you have kind of already made a partial choice in that you would have chosen your stream, which stream you wanted to select in grade 11. So I think that in that way you have kind of made a partial choice, but doesn't mean again it is going to restrict. Now, when I earlier it used to be when you have taken a particular course, you have to find a job related to that course and only can do that. But these days that is not a probable. That is not the only probable option. A person who has an MBA degree can do anything and everything. Similarly, an engineering student can start up a startup or can work in an IT industry or can go back to teaching or can do any number of things, product design, product quality check, anything. So first of all, I need you to understand why are we going through this process of career choice, or why are schools now organizing career fairs and university fairs, and why are schools more aware of career counseling? The reason is right there in front of you in the screen. It is no longer the present generation, that is the generation after us. It is the young India is got the maximum number of aspirants. So the number of jobs to the number of aspirants is not proportionate. Earlier, if for one job there were 100 applications, now we are getting around 2,500, 3,000 applications. So that is one reason. And it is no longer just engineering or medical. Having said that, am I as a new age career counselor, am I going to say that, no, you should become a YouTuber? That's what you are. It is also about being practical and pragmatic about your career choices. Where are you coming from? What is your economic background? What do you have the wherewithal to sustain life by being a YouTuber or a gaming expert? Rapid technological changes. There are a lot of jobs that are going out of vogue because it is being replaced by AI. Then competition, which is like never before. And of course, there are a lot of career options opening up where people have started doing startups or they are working from home like me. And is there when the options are more, there is always, when the choices are more, obviously, we always go for the best, or we would like to get the best. So in that way, if you have not upskilled yourselves and you have not proven to be there in the requirement list, then obviously the chances of you making it is going to be tough. So when I say about all these things, volatility, uncertainty, complexity, ambiguity, and all those things, I do not want to be negative. What I am talking about is how do I make this volatility into a vision? How do I transition from uncertainty to understanding and complexity to clarity and ambiguity to agility? Both are VUCAs, but I would rather go with the green VUCA. Hema or admin, can you mute everyone else, please? There seems to be some crosstalk or. Thank you. Now, before I go on to the next slide, the first assignment for all you students out there is, would please write down what you consider are your strengths and what you consider as your weakness. And I ask parents also to do this exercise. think of what are the strengths of your child and what are the weaknesses of your child and write it down. Maybe now, if you don't have time now, you can just take down the question, and then maybe later on you can introspect and write and discuss about it. Why am I talking about strength and weakness? Ma'am, when you say strength and weakness, are you talking about subjects? I'm good at math, I'm good at English. No, not just that. Yes, it is good to know which subject you're good at. It is also important to know, are you a people person? Are you an empathetic person? Are you a agile person? When I say agile, I'm not talking about physical movement. I'm talking about mental movement, wherein you're able to adapt to situations and then make the most of it. So those are the list of strengths and weaknesses that I would like you to list out for yourself. So what is success? In the chat box, can all of you please type in what you deem to be success? What do you think is success? In the chat box, I would like everyone to just type it out. Ma'am, for success for me means making more money or achieving this. Achievement. Tamarai Selvi says achievement. Excellent. What achievement, Tamarai? Being a good human being. Fantastic, Pranab. Thank you. What else? Signature changes to autograph. Fantastic. Mental happiness. Yes. And satisfaction. Absolutely. Respect, achievement of satisfaction, life goals. Yes. What else is success? Hard work. Very good. Getting to higher places. So none of this, from whatever you're seeing, achieving our dream. Yes. At least achieving what you have, what you want. Very excellent. Our victory, self-sustainability. Yes. To help others. Whatever you see from the chat that you see down, that the definition for success differs from person to person. Then why do we aspire to achieve the goal post of someone else? Why are we aspiring to achieve the goal post of someone else? Set your own goal post. Do not aspire to I have taken Fiji, or I've taken an integrated classroom, so immediately I will do engineering and I'll get into IT industry. Is that what it is? Is that what you are being cut out for? Success for each person differs. So it is, for some, it might be excelling in his or her career, getting recognition, looked up by others. So parents, when somebody says, oh, this one Tamarai's parent or Mohammad Azim's parent, career growth is ensured. Job security for many people might be success, and being relevant in the job market, or as usual, got a master's degree, then going on to become a so then buying a house, a car, getting married. So that might mean success to someone else, but is that what success means to you? So the next exercise you will be doing is define your goals. Have two goals. One is a short-term goal, which, because you people are in school grades, I would suggest define a short-term goal of which college or which course would you aspire for? What is your dream college? What is your dream course? What is your undergraduation degree that you will choose, that you would like to finish by the age of 21? So that would be your short-term goal. Now, the long-term goal would be, where do you want to envision yourself when you are 28 or 30 years old? Before 30, what do I want to achieve before I am 30? So, and what amongst this? So suppose, is it always possible that once you have set a goal post that you will reach that goal post? Yes, maybe, maybe not. Maybe not in the time frame that you have set up. Let's say, like you say, I want to be earning so much by when I'm 22, but you might end up earning that only when you're 26 or 30, even 34. Doesn't matter. As far as you have a goal and you're going towards it, every step, every percentage counts. So define this, but do not shoot in the dark. Always define these goalposts for yourself. Do not aspire to achieve somebody else's goalpost, because you are not traveling that road as they are traveling. So define your goalposts, define what is it you want to achieve, and when you want to achieve, how you want to achieve, how are you going to go about it. So that then you have a very clear vision of what career choice you should be making. This is a famous clipping. I think you would have seen this both in the Tamil various versions about putting the toothpaste back in and what success is all about. So I'm not going to waste my time there. Okay. Now this is, again, I'm going to use the chat box. Very good. SRM, IIT Madras. Yes, you should be aspiring for colleges, and also what kind of courses that you would like to do. IAS, fantastic. Civil services is a great, great aspiration. Okay. Now, when you are choosing all these things, why are you choosing architecture or IAS or BTech? Why did you decide that you should become this? Why? Can some of you type in the answers there in the chat box? Why do you aspire to be a lawyer or a graphic designer or a business person or a IAS officer? What is it? Why? Why is it you want to be there? To give back to society and making a change. Okay. Great. To earn money. I like that. Very, very practical. To earn money. Very good. Are you the person who said you wanted to be a businessman? Archaeologist, since I love history. Fantastic, Akshaya. Fantastic. Lawyer, to do something different. Very good. Doctor, absolutely, to help. I aspire to Indian Foreign Service officer because I want to travel a lot. Very good, and represent my nation. Fantastic. So you know where you want to go. Some of you know where you want to go, and you also know why you want to be that. Right now, I want you to do the next exercise, please, on your paper. I want you to find two role models. Two role models, one for your career. One for your career. Like, let's say there was one person who said, I want to be an IFS officer. Maybe the Minister of External Affairs, Mr. Jaishankar, could be his role model. I don't know. I'm just saying. So you write down one career role model. The other role model is going to be for someone in your domain or in your peer group, or let's say in your strata of society who has achieved it. Maybe in some other field. Like, let's say, I know this person who came from a small village near Kadalur, and today he has achieved something really big. So when he studied in a Tamil medium school, but hearing him today speak in English, you wouldn't actually guess that he actually did his schooling in Tamil medium. So choose someone from your circle of family or friends who has achieved big. Yeah, my father. Fantastic, Vishal. Yes. So it could be your father, it could be your mother, it could be anybody in your, social strata. Choose them, and then now under the name, I want you to, yes, Dr. Abdul Kalam is a good choice too. So I want you to write down what are the aspects of their career or their achievement in life that you would like to imbibe. What are the characteristics that you would like to imbibe? Like, my mom was a working mother, okay? So for 37, 38 odd years, she has been working. She's retired now. But the one thing I had always admired her for is, even though she was a working mother, she never ever gave up on her responsibility towards a family. She never cribbed about coming back home and cooking for all of us. And we were a joint family, mind you. But she never cribbed about, I have to get back home and cook. And those were the days when we didn't have a washing machine. But I remember her washing the clothes at 5:30 in the morning. She used to wash the clothes, dry them, so that by the evening when she comes back, she can remove it and fold it. So she never cribbed about being a working woman or having to do the household chores. So that is something I've imbibed. I try not to do that either. I don't try to curb saying that because I'm working, it is my entitlement or my mentality that somebody else should help me with my other chores. Yes, I ask for help when needed, but I don't crib about it. So you think about what is it you want to imbibe from these people, and then put it down and try to formulate or try to inculcate those good behavior or good characteristics in yourselves. The simplicity or the humility of Dr. Abdul Kalam is something that is awe-inspiring. I have never seen or heard a person more humble than him. So that is something. Think of all those things and put them down on a paper. But why am I asking you to write down all this in the paper? Why not just think? Why not? I can just browse to YouTube. We'll come back to that. Okay. We will discuss why psychologically that will not work. Kirti Vasan, can you please hold your questions? I will answer them at the end of the session where we will have a 10 minutes of Q&A. Okay. Parental trap. What does parental trap means? You are not your parent. Why your father or your mother or your sister can be your Arun Yuvraj, Mr. Dhoni. You're my kind of person. He's a great inspiration for me too. So you're not your parent. So you need not become, or you need not try to achieve their dreams. I wanted to do IAS, so my son should do IAS. Doesn't work like that. Please do not fall into that. Do not fall into that. Okay. So do not aspire to be your parent. Jumping the bandwagon, like I said, hundreds and thousands of people going towards BE, completing their degree somehow, and then ending up at an IT industry. Only after 5-6 years, they are totally mentally fatigued out. And also of late, maybe you are aware, maybe you are not aware, IT has been retrenching a lot of people. While they've been hiring, they are very, very strict on the skill score. They are very strict on the skill score. So what has happened is they are actually retrenching a lot of people who do not achieve that kind of skill sets that they are looking for. Okay. Cultural and economic constraints have to be always, they have to be always taken into consideration. Few years back, a girl from a Jain community came and she said she wanted to be a model. Can everybody please mute yourself? So I knew that their community does not allow for such certain kind of what would you call jobs or career choices. But what do you think I should have done as a career counselor? Do I tell the child, yes, no, you cannot become a model because your community or your family might not allow? Or should I encourage her to become whatever she wants to become? Think on this ethical question. We will discuss this during the question answer session, because when you're going for counseling, this is where the fine line between counseling and giving advice is. So I hope you got the question correct. A person from a community where modeling is frowned upon comes to me and wants to become a model. Should I, as a career counselor, encourage the kid to become a model, or should I tell her and distract her from that path and tell her that you cannot choose this particular career path? Okay, remember, and we will discuss this during the question answer session. Status and travel options. This is again a big influencer for many people. I also take training sessions and career coaching sessions for many engineering colleges in Andhra and Telangana region. And I've always found that many of them say, ma'am, at least one passport, one visa should be stamped, ma'am, in my passport. By the time I'm 24 or 25, I need at least one stamping on my passport. So this could be an influencer for many people. Many times our economical constraints, where we come from, also makes us choose certain careers. Now, is it okay to choose that career? Because nowadays you hear a lot about being like you should choose a career that you are very passionate about, you're interested about. You should not be choosing a career just because it is open. This is another ethical question that comes career counselors way many times when we are counseling. So again, like I said, that is the fine line between counseling and giving advice. So we will discuss that also. So how to choose a career then? How to choose a career? Interest. Are you interested in what you're doing? Aptitude and personality traits. Some people might be interested in photography, but are you interested in it so much that you are ready to kind of use that, do that day in and day out and make a career out of it? That is the difference. Interest. Aptitude. Some people have a natural aptitude for language. Some people have a natural aptitude for numbers. So what is your aptitude? Where does your aptitude lie? Knowing your aptitude. Personality traits. If I am an introvert, I am an extreme introvert, putting me in front of a crowd and asking me to talk to them day in and day out as part of my career, or if I get into a marketing job, do you think I would do well? Definitely not. So, or if you are a very people person, you like people around you at all times, and they are the motivation or they are the working force behind you, plucking you out of that situation and putting you in a remote lab where you work all alone, definitely heading for mental breakdown and fatigue. Okay. So knowing these three things, please take note this down. Interest, aptitude, and personality traits is very, very important. So generally, how do we go about it? We go about it by psychometric tools, because they are factual, cost and time effective and validated. Because when a person walks into my office, I do not know anything about the background or anything, and it is not possible for me to have a full background history on them. So we interpret reports, counsel them, roadmap, and make an informed decision. But who is making this informed decision? I think somebody from Bahrain asked me this question at the beginning of this. Shouldn't the choice be made by the student, not the parent? Absolutely. And the choice should also not be made by the society or the career counselor who's trying to push a particular college or a course onto the child. Definitely not. You as students or you as an aspirant should be making these choices by an informed decision. So am I choosing or am I making a decision? You are making a decision that is informed. When I say informed decision, you should know. It is my job as a counselor to tell you what are the ups and downs of this career or a career that you have chosen, and how you go about upskilling yourself if that is what you want to do, or where do you think you can be at the end of 5 years or 10 years. Supposing you are choosing a career that is absolutely obsolete, doesn't make sense, it's not going to be there in the next 2-3 years, should I be pushing you towards it? Definitely not. There are certain choices, career choices, that is not even taken. There is one course called the BSit. I think Hindustan College of Arts and Science and some other couple of other SPN Jain and a couple of other colleges give. It's a wonderful job for people who are aspiring to get into the banking industry. If you want to be a banker or if you want to make your mark in the financial banking sector, that is a fantastic, because it combines both the data analytics, your accountings, as well as your IT knowledge to make it into the banking industry. So that is the kind of advice, or that is my job, is to make you aware of these things, but not telling you, no, you should go and join that particular course in that particular college. No, that's not my work. My work is only to make you aware. Even if it is in another state or another university across the country, I have to tell you that particular, there is a petroleum and environmental sustainability course given by UPES in Dehradun. Many students are not aware of. But when there is an astrophysics, where somebody comes to me and tells me, ma'am, I want to be an astrophysicist, I have to tell them there are no specialized astrophysics courses at undergrad level in India. But if you do your BSc physics, with top grades, then you can write your entrance and get into astrophysics. But yes, I think ICER and DRDO are giving a kind of a sandwich course as of last year onwards. So these are the kind of information that you can get from a career counselor when you go for a counseling session. But generally, we do use psychometric tools, not because we want to again market it or anything, but it is more factual and cost and time effective and validated. So this is a stream preference order. This is mainly for 9th and 10th graders. Doesn't make sense for the 11th and 12th graders, of course. For the 12th graders, there is something called ideal career choices or your career choices kind of stuff. And there are many companies which are giving these psychometric tools, but they are all based on the same matrix as well as the same, what do you call, Raysick scale and certain interest aptitude matrices. The basic matrix behind most of these is the same, but the report might vary if it is under Career Guide or if it is from Edu Milestones or if it's from somebody else. So, so I'm just going to take a 1-minute break because I need to get my breath back and let me drink some water. In the meantime, decide what is it you want to ask, and I'll start answering questions in a minute or two. Okay, ready? I'm going to take the first question from Suresh Kumar. You can either raise your hand and Hema, can somebody coordinate with me so that they can either read out the questions for me or
yes, ma'am. Sure.
see who
Mr.
is going to-
Alagappan, yeah, Mr. Alagappan will help you. Alagappan, sir.
Biomath group, what are the career options, man? Biomath. So I'm kind of guessing that you do not, Kadambari, you do not want to go the neat way. You are not aspiring to be a doctor. So in that case, there are many options where math is concerned. Have you heard of the Chennai Mathematical Institute? If you are very good at math, you can go that way, or biotechnology, paramedical sciences. There are a lot of options for biomath students in those areas. I'm from Commerce Group. Which group is best for graphic designer? Okay, Suresh, are you good at, these are some points of introspection that you need. Are you good at creativity? And how is your color sense? And when you say graphic designer, do you understand what a graphic designer is? Now, 20th century or the 21st century careers, let me make a small point here. YouTuber, graphic designers, web designers, app makers, what else would you call it, 21st century? Reviewers, food critics and reviewers. Fine. If you have made it to the top level, you can make mint money like anything. But before you reach there, I always advise my counselees to have another job that pays your daily bills. It is always important when you are choosing an one-off career that you have a particular job or a career option, another career option that pays your daily bills, right? Only when your hierarchy, when your basic needs of clothes, house and food is kind of taken care of, then you can think of passion. Luckily for you kids, I know many of your parents have already tried to satisfy that level, but now it is satisfied by your parents. Another 20 years, 30 years down the line, I don't think your parent is still going to be feeding you breakfast, lunch and dinner every day, holding you at home and paying your medical bills and stuff like that. So always choose a career. If you're choosing a one-off career, be very careful that you also have, at least in the initial years, that you have, let's say you're aspiring to be a writer, at least for the initial years, make sure that you have a career that will pay your daily bills. Okay. What is the future of the world? That is a question for, I think, astrologer or someone like that, not for me, Rakesh. Okay, IAS, you can write IAS or UPSC exams. All your UPSC exams can be taken after you're a graduate or 21 years old. If you're not from the forward community, you have n number of opportunities to retake the exams. There are no age limits.
Bhumika,
Number
video
of
off it.
but otherwise you have to check those things out. Okay. Airport manager, fantastic. Aviation schools are the place you should be looking at, but you do need to have math. Oh, sorry, what is your name? Pradoshni. Pradoshni, you need to have math. You need to do math in 11th and 12th. Do not drop math in 11th and 12th. For aviation or airport manager level of job, you do need math as well as public speaking and communication skills. So if you are good at that, please do. And there are some very good schools here in Delhi, in Chennai, as well as in Orissa, that actually give you these courses. For doctor, what kind of a doctor do you want to become? You have to anyway take the NEET. So if you are in grade 9, I guess, then you have to take biology with math. Again, why am I saying biology with math for NEET? Okay, this is another popular question that comes my way every time. Why does a doctor aspirant need to take math? Because physics is made of a lot of math. Any of your physics teacher here would vouch for that. Many of your problem solving skills in physics comes from your math ability. So even if you have not chosen math at school level, I suggest you at least learn the basics of 11th and 12th math in a tuition outside, so that you are much more faster in solving the question paper and thereby clearing the exams. Okay. Commerce, again, a lot of people think only BCom, CA. Why did you choose commerce? Ma'am, first thing, I didn't want to do science. Good enough, fair enough. Then, ma'am, it is easier to score marks. Who told you that? I don't know, but it is not easy to score marks in commerce either. Whichever subject you're taking, you have to work hard, you have to learn. That's the only way to succeed in that particular paper. Commerce, there are commerce related career options. There are non-commerce related career options. So non-commerce related career options, apart from banking sector, which is the most popular, of course, there is marketing, there is sales, there is networking, PR, there is print media. There's n number of options for commerce students. It's not at all limited at all. So talk to a career counselor, they can give you a lot of options. And again, after 12th commerce group, there are many more undergraduations available than just BCom or BBA. Please be aware. Kadambari, have I answered your question, or would you like to unmute yourself and ask a question?
Ma'am, shall I ask question now?
Please go ahead.
Ma'am, I don't want to do doctor, but if I opt for biomath, can I do BTech?
Yes, you can. BTech, biotechnology, biomedicines. Yeah, there are a lot of options, and going ahead, you can do your MBA either you can, instead of doing MS, you can even do your MBA. And another popular coming up field is hospital management.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, is in an IT, is BTech is more valuable or BSc?
You are talking about the IT industry as such?
Yes, ma'am.
Obviously BTech.
Okay, ma'am. Okay,
BSc is more theory based. BTech is more practical and more of coding and stuff like that. So obviously they will feel a BTech person is more equipped to handle the job. Okay. Again, when I'm talking about engineering, BTech or BE, it's the mindset that is being trained. It is not about just a degree alone. Whenever you're taking a degree, it is not about the degree alone. It is also the mindset. An engineering student is taught to look for problems and find solutions for problems. That is the mindset that they are trying to inculcate. Excuse me. So
okay, ma'am.
Do not hesitate in taking a BTech degree at all.
Okay, ma'am. Is JEE is important for BTech, ma'am?
If you are aspiring to go for NIT or IIT, yes, it is compulsory. If you are okay with any of the private colleges, then you don't have to pay much attention to JEE.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, about Shastra, is JEE is more important?
Shastra takes both JEE scores as well as your CBSE scores, either or. They take either or. So
Okay.
if you're not writing your JEE, then I suggest you do really well in your boards.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Railway engineering, yes, it is a transport system that is not going to go out of vogue at all, Sandeep. So definitely, yes, it is automobile or any kind of mechanical engineering also will do well. But then I think you have to write your exams for getting into the railway department. That is a grade level exams you will be writing. But otherwise, yes, it is a fantastic job option. AI, computer science, obviously computer science or mechatronics, either or will do. Emmanuel. Raja Ram, is it? Yeah, Raja Ram. You're asking about biotechnology have very good scope in India. In research field, no. In applied field, yes. But again, very limited options. And they are looking for a lot of what would you call specializations. So just a BTech degree might not cut it. Okay. Absolutely. Architecture does have, are people going to stop building houses or are they going to be living in an age-old house, Sam? Obviously, architecture will always have a very good scope. The skill sets that you're looking at is your drawing skills, your mathematical skills, and your physics subject. These three, if you're good at, yes, architect is. And if you're in 11th, 12th grade, I suggest you go for training classes for NATA so that you can crack the entrance exam. And architecture, again, has a lot of, there's sustainable architecture, there is landscaping architecture, there is preserving architecture, that is where people renovate old buildings and preserve it. So it's a wonderful field again and a very interesting field. IA is an archaeology, but I'm unable to choose anyone at this point. Akshaya, archaeology in our country is not a very well paid job. It is a government job and it is not very well paid. So the scope is very limited, Akshaya.
Good morning, ma'am. For aeronautical and aerospace, which will be better, and what are the future and career prospects in these two fields?
Okay, whenever you're choosing, when you have already a particular Anand, when you have a particular field in mind, at undergrad level, I would suggest keep it very, very broad spectrum. Okay, don't go for very, do not specialize at the undergrad level. So I would suggest aeronautical engineering at the undergrad level. Sometimes even BSc physics would work wonders, depending on which college you're doing, of course. But otherwise, yes, fantastic scope there. Then you go into aerospace or any specialization at MSc or your MTech level. And then you do your intern, you have to side by side, when you're doing your post-graduation, you have to pay attention to your internships, wherein you work, whichever field you want to get into, you are equipped with the skill sets, day-to-day skill sets that the job demands.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Thank you.
Which course is good for me? Keshav, Karthik, I'm good in both math and science and also in drawing, architecture, graphic designing, web designing, anything, Keshav. But you need to hone in on one particular aspect immediately. I wish the system would change, Suresh. I know it is a pain point for many of us when your caste is given more important than your ability or your marks, but can't be helped. I am not the part of that system. Does mechanical engineering have good scope in future? Yes, again, mechanical engineering is something that will never, ever go out of vogue at all, because all your equipments are mechanical based along with electronics. So that's why they have merged mechatronics. Again, is mechatronics better than mechanical or ECE, ma'am? I don't see much different because AICTE, they've just given some fancy names for certain courses, but mechanical engineering is again something that will never go out of vogue. Paramedical courses, pharmaceutical, B.Pharm, pharmacology, microbiology, biotechnology, these are some of the paramedical courses that I was talking about. I'm planning to specialize on hepatology in doctor. Which course may I take? First, finish your undergrad in MBBS. Then you have to give NEET, and then depending on which course you are getting admission to, that will decide whether you become an hepatologist or not. Thanks, Pradoshni, most welcome. Thank you, Pranab. Aishwarya, I think I answered this question. You have to choose biology with, I suggest with math, but biology, physics, chemistry also would do it. The children become doctors on it. But my point of view, apart from this, is really what is the career of a student, where we want to survive. Can you give? Okay, this is where Nirmala ma'am, I said that I know many parents are saying that you have to choose either engineering or I think that comes from their insecurity that their child should have a very sustainable or a very lucrative career. That is one of the reasons I think they keep pushing them towards that. And for many of them, it is also a society status symbol. So that could also be one reason why they push them towards those things. But how do I, as a career counselor, look at career choices? See, I ask point blank when they come for career counseling, I ask them, what is your economic situation? Where do you come from? What is your fallback systems? So that would also mean that if a child has certain, let me give an example, my own example, in the sense, my daughter is a highly compassionate person. While she got extremely good marks in biology, I did not want her to write the NEET or get into the medicinal field because I knew it will put a lot of pressure on her mental and faculty, because she will start over analyzing each patient that she sees. So I dissuaded her from becoming a doctor. So you need to understand the student or the counselor who's coming to you for you to be able to. Hasan, can you give me a moment? I'm just answering one question. I'll come back to you. So that is something that we need to be very, very aware of, and it has to be the career choice of the student has to be to a major extent initially when they're starting their new careers. I would suggest that they base it on their skill sets and their interest rather than just an aspiration. While most motivators at this point is either unfortunately for this generation, I think leisure is a major motivator. Will I get weekend off? Will I be allowed to work from home? Those kind of things. But I suggest that skill sets be looked into very, very clearly. Yes, Hasan.
Ma'am.
Hasan, you wanted to ask me something.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning to one and all here. Ma'am, my daughter is in biology computer science group 12th now. Could you please tell the scope on that group, ma'am?
Which group is this? Biology.
Biology with computer science, madam.
Biology with computer science.
Yes, madam.
Wow.
Physics, chemistry, or bio with the CS.
Oh, okay. Bio with CS. Okay. Okay. Now, computer science has become a part and parcel of all the fields, right? So, given that, biotechnology is a fantastic thing that she can look into. Biomedical is something that she can look into. There is no longer, there used to be a fantastic course called instrumentation, which people actually frowned upon, but at BTech level, that was one of the most sustainable career options, actually, instrumentation. But having said that, biopharmaceuticals is something that she can look into with her unique combination that she has taken. Apart from this, is all apart from if she's not writing her NEET, I'm saying, okay?
Okay,
and
thank you.
ISER, Indian Institute of Science and Research, Educational Research, Pune, Kolkata, they have a 4-year and as well as a 5-year sandwich course, 4-year course and undergrad course, and you have to write a separate entrance for that. ICER is also a fantastic place to look at, where if she's interested in any one particular subject or research oriented thing. But in ICER, it is compulsory that you do maths. So check that out before you apply.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
Ma'am?
you.
Sri Shakti. Oh, Sri Shakti. Yeah, yes, Darshan.
Ma'am, to choose especially neurologist, what course I have to take?
For which one? Neurology.
Neurologist. Yeah, ma'am, neurologist.
Neurologist. Okay. First is you, of course, if you want to become a neurologist, then MBBS is a must. But there are some neuroscience courses available apart from that also at undergrad level, but I do not have the details with me right away, but I can, if you're interested, somebody can reach out to me and I can get it for you. Okay. Gautam.
Yes, thank you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Yeah, actually, it's for my son.
Uh-huh.
Looking, can you please share your view pilot?
To become a pilot.
Yes.
Okay, math is compulsory at 11th and 12th grade level. Then you have to
Okay.
go to pilot schooling, and then you have so many hours of flying that you have to do before you become a pilot as such. Before that, there are various stages, like you will be a trainee, then you will be a part of the ground crew, then you will become a co-pilot, and then you become a pilot. Okay. Again, the colleges that specifically give you, there is one in Cuttack, there's one in Dubai, which is very famous, and one in Canada. The others I'll have to check and get back to you.
Okay, ma'am. How is the future of pilot, ma'am? Because of all automated. No.
Okay, the future is still there. I'm not saying no, but what happens if there's another pandemic? Is the question, right?
Okay. Got it. Yeah. Thanks for your.
He should be able to, or he should be willing to at least what would you call, dedicate 7 to 10 years minimum before he achieves being a pilot.
Okay.
Which course should I
NDA is
choose?
a good option too. Just a moment, Keshav, just a moment. NDA is a good option too. Gautam's mom.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you for.
Ma'am?
Keshav, please wait. I mean, there are others who have raised their hands before you.
Ma'am?
Kadambari, I think I've answered enough questions from you. Let's give others a chance.
Okay, ma'am.
Sri Shakti.
Ma'am, what we should do for being a marine engineer, ma'am?
Marine engineering, yes, you have Institute of Ocean Technology in India, in Goa, one in Tamil Nadu. It's also a part of Anna University. So you can do any of those courses, and you just need physics, chemistry, computer science with math will do it. If you take biology also, it is okay. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, does stock marketing has any scope?
Stock marketing, no. Which one? What course have you taken in 11th? Are you into commerce or into engineering?
Ma'am, bio-CS, ma'am.
Huh?
Bio-CS.
Bio-CS, okay. Because why I asked the question is, stock marketing doesn't mean that only commerce students can do it, but do you have the basic understanding of how the stock market works? That's my question. That's why I asked you that question. Speculations are always a gamble. It's a 50-50. So if you have the money, I would suggest, I have a counselor from Bangalore. You won't believe, but he's just 14 years old. So his grandfather he's very much interested in stock market. So this kid right from the age of 10 has been playing around with the stock market. So every year he gives him 5,000 rupees. And this kid right from I think 6th grade, if I know, because when he came to me, he was in 7th grade. So 6th grade onwards, he has been like doubling, tripling his earnings. So this year, I think his target is to reach 1 lakh, something like that. So if you have the aptitude for it, and you should have the self-control to say, this is enough for me. That is more important. I am good with whatever I've earned so far, and it is enough. That is very, very important if you're getting into the stock market. NDA, how do you prepare? Yes, NDA, there are coaching classes for NDA in Chennai. Various coaching classes. I don't have any tie-ups with them or anything, so you can check it out online. And physically fit. So if you're going into NDA, I suggest if you're a couch potato or if you're interested in your video games, please do not aspire to be an NDA because it breaks your back. You need to be physically active. So start running or walking or jogging or whatever you do in the mornings to make yourself physically active before you start aspiring for NDA. In a company which invests money in share market, but I am scared that AI's data analysis could harm my. No, actually AI, Nitin, it's the other way around. The AI data analytics core or apps or whatever is to aid you. Does your calculator take away you becoming an accountant? Does your computer take away your writing skills? No, it is only how much you allow it to do it. So definitely doesn't take away that, but you definitely need to understand what data analytics is if you want to become a portfolio manager. That's what the thing you're saying, a manager in a company, that's called portfolio management. That's the term for it.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. I would also like to have it like a side business than of a main thing, ma'am. What are your opinion on that too, ma'am?
Data analysis.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Data analytics, yes, you can do data analytics. IIT Madras gives you data analytics course. SPN Jain has a data analytics course. So yeah, data analytics is the in thing. It is definitely, in fact, as a counselor, I would say even if your degree does not have data analytics papers, do it at least as a side course or a certificate course outside. Because even in research, you need data analytics. So absolutely good.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Civil engineering, Abdul, yes. One
Ma'am?
second, please. 1 second. Abdul, you want to become a civil engineering? What are the other options that you have? I don't know, but if it is, there are always places where you can merge the way you are looking at a career option. NEET after my 12th, is that okay, or should I study NEET side by side? Gap year to prepare for your NEET. If you have the mentality to sit and focus, go ahead, Vijay. Doesn't take away the credit at all. Please go ahead.
Ma'am?
Yes, Darshan, I think I already answered a question from you. Please tell me.
Ma'am, if I choose pure science things, what courses it will be available, ma'am?
Like I said, ISER, BSc, BTech, NEET. The options are there, but with math, it is better.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes, Niranjana.
ma'am, I want to do BTech IT, ma'am.
Sorry, I'm not able to hear you clearly. Can you be more specific, louder, please?
Ma'am, I want to do BTech IT.
Okay.
For that, is PCM is better or biomath is better, ma'am?
PCM is enough. For IT, PCM is enough. Kaushik, can you mute yourself, please?
Ma'am, I can't hear you, ma'am. Could you please repeat?
I said PCM is enough.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Ma'am, PCM, any other career option is there?
All your engineering courses?
Oh, okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Ma'am?
Agricultural field. Somebody has asked me about agricultural engineering. SRM gives, I think, a couple of colleges in Tanjore. Shastra also has, I think. So agricultural field, there are Dehradun, there are colleges in Dehradun, in Pathol, North India I'm talking about. There are a lot of courses on agricultural engineering. Telangana universities also have, Geetam has an agricultural engineering course. Lot of courses there.
Ma'am?
Who is this, please?
Ma'am, tell naturopathy is good, ma'am.
Yes, any kind of alternate medicine. Yes, there are always takers for that. But again, you make sure you get a degree from a reputed institution and a valid degree, rather than just some courses done here and there without any validation. Okay.
Ma'am, my daughter is studying. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, My daughter, B. Bhumika, ma'am, my daughter, she is studying Biomax, ma'am, in 11th. What is the scope of agriculture plus food technology, poultry technology, madam?
Food technology is very good, sir. Food technology is a wonderful course, especially if she's a girl. I would definitely recommend food technology. It is a fantastic course to do, and poultry technology also is good, equally good. But poultry, for unknown reasons, it's still a little bit of an unorganized sector, which is like handed over from generation to generation, right? So maybe the degree might not hold much of her, but if she wants to get into research, then definitely yes. But for food technology, you have a lot of options.
Okay. How about fisheries, ma'am? Which fisheries, ma'am?
Marine, you get a fishery, lot of again research going on in fisheries. Absolutely. Check out the website for Indian Institute of Ocean Technology. You will get a lot of ideas there.
Okay, sure, ma'am. Sure. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Physiotherapy, yes. With the kind of lifestyle that we need, that all of us lead, Gopi Krishna, yes, definitely physiotherapy is here to stay. Robotics, okay, robotics at this point, I would suggest that you do one of your regular BTech along with robotics as a course, not just robotics alone. Again, let me say, keep your undergraduation a little broad spectrum, and then your post-graduation a little more narrow, and then your specialization. That way you become an expert faster, and you also increase or triple, multiply thrice by your chances of getting a job. Thank you, Hassan.
Ma'am.
Yes, Anto.
Ma'am, I want to become an ICATist doctor. For that, which subject I need to give more importance?
What, doctor?
Ma'am, I want to become an ICATist.
ICATist, what is that?
Ma'am, eye care.
Eye care. Okay, ophthalmologist.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So what subject I have to give more importance, ma'am?
Biology.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes.
What is the purpose of the merit scholarship test sample paper?
Mr. Krishna Kumar, you're not very audible. Can you be a little more louder, please?
Yeah. What is the purpose of the merit scholarship test?
Various scholarships.
Merit
scholarship.
Yes.
In which area, sir?
Velamal.
That you will have to ask one of your Velamal admins here. I'm not part of Velamal.
Okay, thank you.
Food technology, you do microbiology. You can, from biotechnology, you can move on to food technology. There is again in food technology, there are various fields of career options available. Sustainable food technology is there, then renewable food technology. A lot of such things are there. IAS, IFS, again, you have to approve all your subjects, in fact, all your subjects along with a little bit of political science. Actually, one other thing I always tell my counselees is to read the newspaper. At least a couple of newspapers that you read and you are aware of what's going on in the world around you. Okay. Thank you, Niranjana. It was a pleasure to meet you. Anything else? Or do we stop here, Mrs. Emma?
Yes, ma'am. We'll wind up the session then. We will go with the formal closing session, ma'am, with your permission. The rest of the questions,
yeah,
audience, please post your questions
just
in the feedback. Yes, ma'am.
If I'm allowed
share
to
your email ID also.
Yeah.
And the questions can be posted in the feedback form that will be forwarded to ma'am, and we will get back with the answers of whichever you have inquiries. And ma'am also sharing her email ID, you can share your questions where your questions will be answered in short. Madhumita, you can proceed with the vote of thanks.
Yes. Good morning, all. Gratitude is the flower of blossom that springs from the soul. I'm extremely delighted to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of the Velamal family today. I take this opportunity to thank our Honorable Chairman, Sir, Mr. M.V. Muthuramalingam, our respected Director, Sir, Mr. M.V.M. Sasikumar, our beloved Director, Ma'am, Mrs. Gitanjali Sasikumar, and all the teachers for their constant support. I would like to thank our esteemed guest of the day, Ms. Nitya Shriram, Ma'am, who is an educational psychologist, career coach, mentor, inclusion expert, pedagogy developer, trainer, and motivational speaker for gracing this occasion. Ma'am, we thank you for having spared your valuable time to grace us with your presence and guidance. Your words have made us learn more about career choices and know about discovering our interests. The various questions you asked and the answers you provided were truly motivating. Thank you once again, ma'am. Finally, it is important that we acknowledge the unconditional love and support given to us by our parents. Where we stand today is the combination of hard work and efforts of them, and we know that we can go further with renewed confidence and witness many such victories. I would like to end my speech with a quote. When we express gratitude, we must not forget that the highest expectation, highest appreciation is not simply utter words, but live by them. I once again thank you all for your efforts to enlighten this path of knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. Hope the session was very useful to all of you. Please do reach out if you have any queries. I will try to guide you as much as I can. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.